Hey guys, Grutz here, and we're back on the Dozacraft server. And today's a bit of a sort of summary, a walk around, a catch up on what I've been doing. I've done quite a few little bits and pieces here and there, and I haven't really caught it on camera. So I thought this episode would be a bit of a show and tell. But first of all, my mate here got himself stuck up a tree. No idea how he got up here, but he doesn't want to get down. He is... I think he's scared. I think he's scared. He's got a new buddy over there, a new wither skeleton, and since he moved in, he got up the tree, grabbed himself a brick, and now he just will not leave. Billy, you're going to have to get down at some point. You'll not get fed up there. Right, let's get out of here. And yeah, I suppose I should really plug that up just in case he does decide to come down. Yeah, this is who I think's scaring him. New wither skeleton. The reason I say the new wither skeleton is he's probably the third wither skeleton that's been in here. And this one was got from Doza. Thank you so much, it saves us a load of hassle. I've had two in here. One of them got killed entering the place by mistake. Then I got a second one and he was in here, and I came in here one day just to find he had disappeared, but there was a glass block knocked out. No idea what had gone on, but he was gone. But luckily I don't have to get a new one because Doza got one for us. This thing was hard to get up. I bet it was. But yeah, I have actually recorded quite a bit of footage of both the wither skeletons I brought over here. I may still upload it. The only reason I haven't is because the microphone audio didn't record. If you do want to see that footage, leave a comment, let us know, and yeah, I'll upload the whole thing. Anyway, like I say, we're going to be doing a bit of a catch up. Actually, I might as well show you the rest of these. It's me zombie villager, zombie pigman, skeleton. Very shy him, he just stares over there all the time. Right, okay, I think it's just me and Doza on at the minute. If you saw the last episode, you would have saw the prank that SB and Doza pulled on us. And that's what that is. So, if you bear with me 1 second, and we'll get over to the pig oracle. And here we are. I have actually got footage of the actual redstone side of this build that I do intend to upload, but I think I'll show it anyway. And this is my pig oracle. So just walk up here, give your offering to the pig oracle, ask a question. Where do you think I should go next? Spleef arena or end farm? So you ask your question, find out if it's the spleef arena or the end farm. And pigs, I love them, but they're very stubborn. And sometimes he will just stand there and stand there. Eventually, you will answer. You might as well answer, because I'm not moving till you do. Right, so it looks like we're going to the end farm. So as you can see, he walks over, he gives you the answer, the lights come on. And this is self-resetting. When he decides to walk out, it all closes up. Right. So, next, the end farm. Right, so here we are at the end farm. And I'm just going to turn my volume down a little bit here. If you saw me previous video, you'll see that I was doing an enderpearl collection system where you just hit them and the pearls get taken away. Now one of the problems I had run into was if you stepped on the soul sand, you couldn't get back out because of the too high space. So the first thing I'd done, to get around that is I put stairs here. And that just allows, if you go in, you can't actually get back out. Second thing I've added was this lever here. This chest basically, it just works as a throughput, so the pearls get brought by hoppers, they come up into this chest, then they go back out again into the disposal system. And I realised that once it's full, that's fine, it'll just keep going round, it'll get rid of the extra. But if someone took the pearls out, then it would be always empty. So I had to think of a way of getting around that, so all I've done is added a lever here. So when it's up, it'll just get rid of the pearls, so you'll never really get any more than that if I quickly hit them. So you can see they're going in straight out, you end up with the same. Whereas if you have the lever down and you hit them, pearls still get taken away. But this time, as you can see, it builds up. So that way you can restock the pearls in here if you want to. And that was quite easy to do. There's a bit of redstone underneath there. All it's doing is blocking off the hopper that would usually take the pearls away, which is this hopper here. As soon as the redstone powers, it powers the hopper, which doesn't allow anything to pass, and that lets it build up. When it's up, it can just go back to its normal straight throughput. Right, so that's this place done. Next stop, the spleef arena. See you there. Alright guys, so here we are. This is the spleef arena I've been working on, and really big project, but it's been real fun. And this is our community spawn village, so I decided to put it right next to it. Yeah, like I say, it did take quite a bit to build this, but I'm happy with how it's turned out. It's good. Got me tunes there, so let's get a song on. It's better. Right. So yeah, it's designed for sort of free-for-all teams. So basically what happens is, if you haven't already decided your teams, I've made like a generator here. If you've got 2 people playing, yeah, I suppose it doesn't matter for 2, but say you've only got 4 people playing, you would take the 4 different colours. I'm only going to take 2 for now, put them in there. Each person hits a button and it'll randomise the team. So once you've got your team, which I got red there, the idea would be you would go along here to your red section, through the iron door and up. And what I've done is I've put some double chests here, and just for personal belongings get changed. And then here we'll have the picks in your team jersey. So you would take sort of 1 of each, stick that on. Very cool. And then you come and the whole team stands on this glowstone. As you can see there, press button when the team is ready and on the glowstone. So you would hit that, and that's your ready light. Doesn't matter how many times you hit it now, that's your actually set. Now I'm not going to be using these just yet, so I'll put them away. So what I'll do is I'll quickly run around the 3 other teams, press the buttons, and I'll see you at the last one, which will be the green. Right guys, so I've been around all 3 other teams. All their ready buttons are done. As you can see, all the rooms are identical. So just for now I'll grab one of these picks so I can demonstrate. So yeah, you're all set. Get on here. All the other teams are already standing on their start positions. Their buttons are all pressed. Now the final team, doesn't matter which one of the 4 presses it, but the last person to press the button, not only does this light come on, but this warning light comes on, and this is to tell the whole team that the game's about to begin. So I'll just show you how this works. Once the timing's finished, you're going to drop. And that's it, you drop straight through, all 4 teams at the same time, and that's game underway. Now you've probably noticed I had a beacon on the roof of this building. That's a haste 2 beacon. So haste 2 with the efficiency 5 pick gives you instant mine. And that allows a spleef game on vanilla very possible. Right, so final bit is, obviously this is vanilla and I don't really want to be burning up the picks. So instead of dropping into lava and killing the player, you just drop into a water stream. And the water flow all flows in one direction, and this is just to stop the cobblestone build up. It all gets flowed, goes into a hopper there, and then collects down here. So once you're out of the game, you've got no other way to go except up this way, out this door, and that puts you into the observation room. So you can watch the rest of the match. Once the game's finished, you just come over here, throw this lever, and that'll fix the floor for you. That's just using smooth stone generators, which, yeah, I might as well go and show you it. Right, so if I go out here, and we'll go around the back of the place, I'll be able to show you. Actually, I'll show you the smooth stone generators first. That's just down here. I'm not going to go in depth about the smooth stone generators because I have got a video where I actually designed this exact model that I'm using. So if you want more details about it, go and look for my Let's Design episode 1, and you'll actually see me basically designing this whole thing. Yeah, so it's just a stackable smooth stone generator running off this clock, and the lever on the wall just sends the signal down here, which starts the clock, and then builds the floor. So let's get out of here. So far so good, no interruptions off mobs. And I'll have a quick pop into the wiring room, which is up the back here. So if I go in here, and this is the wiring for the 4 starting rooms. So there's the 3 lights that you have on each room. And what's the best way to explain this? The first button we have is the one to say you're ready, and that button's on the other side of there. It just sends a signal through here, which goes into this T flip-flop. At the minute, it's powering this line. If you think of this as one big center line, all 4 rooms are powering it. So as soon as this T flip-flop pushes the block over there, this depowers, but the line is still powered by the rest of the rooms. Once all 3 of them have actually pressed the button and all 4 lines are depowered, the whole system becomes depowered, and that pulls the pistons back. At the same time, when you press the button, this torch comes on, send a signal up this way, and then that just lights the ready light there. Now, there is also, well, that's part of this main center line. When it goes out, the signal goes along here, and there's just a torch inverting it here, which would turn them back on. This cobblestone that runs across here comes up from the front, and that basically brings the signal from this lever that you pull, sends a signal to all 4 directions, and just feeds back into the T flip-flop, which pushes the brick across, powers this line, and that resets the trapdoor that you fall through. Took a bit of work out and design, but quite simple at the end of the day, really. So yeah, that's the spleef arena. So next up, I think I've got one more to show in this video, and that is the communal mob farm, which is over there. So let's get a pearl, and I'll see you over there. Right, so here we are. This is the communal mob farm. Now, if you're not getting here by enderpearl like me, usually you come in through the portal here, and first thing you see is this. This is the newest thing I've built on the server, and I'm really happy with it. It's a mass storage system with sorter built into it. So as you can see, this is a double chest here full of gunpowder. These light indicators come from the top and run down. This is the actual items coming from the mob drops as they're coming in. If a light's permanently on, that indicates that the double chest is full, and there's actually 5 double chests for each item. So as you can see, there's 2 double chests full, and the rest of it's just topping up. 1 on each of them. It'd be nice if one of them was going to fill up in time to show you. This is just odds and ends, anything that gets left over in there. But if I jump behind here and I'll show you the wiring. Right. So this is the storage system. So the actual farm itself we have right down there. So this is a sort of upside down farm where about 170, why 170 in the sky? Yeah, why 177. And the actual farm is right down the bottom there, 128 blocks away. Now the reason behind this is we're far enough away from cave systems or anything to not need to light anything up, because they don't exist, they haven't been generated. So the farm will still go and it'll work fine. So we'll have a trapdoor kiln system down there. Once the mob dies, as you can see, we'll have an item elevator made out of droppers here, and that goes up into this hopper stream that runs all the way around. It comes down, and I have little item sorters on each one. Everyone's probably seen item sorters. If you want a closer look at anything that I've talked about in these videos, just let us know and I'll do another video or tutorial, whichever. So this is the gunpowder one. Item comes down, it feeds into that chest, into that hopper, chest, hopper, chest, hopper, chest, hopper, and finally into the bottom chest. And as you can see, that's full, and this is nearly full. So what happens is, the bottom row, that's the most complicated one. That's the one that took us the most time to figure out how to detect that. But the comparator there, when there's an item in there, lights up, depowers the torch, sends a signal to the redstone lamp down there, which puts it on. After that, it's actually really simple. It's a block with a comparator on, coming out of the actual hopper. So if there was something coming, you would say come in, flash here, and then gone as it goes into the chest, and you would actually see this comparator light up as it happened. Of course, as I say that, got absolutely nothing coming through this one. You would know if it was coming because that torch there would go off, which is part of the item sorter. It detects something coming into this hopper here. As soon as there's one more item there, the signal gets sent around, which turns the torch off, which depowers the hopper beneath, which allows one item to drop through. Then it comes into the system here. There we go. And you see that in out, and that flashed. So you see that torch goes off, the item here, this comes on, the item goes off from here, and that goes back out again. It happened very fast there. I wish I knew it was coming, or if I was the only person on the server, it would be constantly going. Anyway, that's pretty much all there is to it. It's a nice stackable design. It was a headache to try to figure out, but I'm really happy with it. It works really well. Actually, I do want to see if there's any of them double chests on the second layer ready to be used yet. No, that one's already full. If I was the only person on the server, I would have waited and let you see the light change, but to be honest, we could be waiting a while because Dozer's on and there'll be mobs spawning around him, so the mob farm doesn't run anywhere near as fast as it should. But I just love this effect, this sort of trickle down. You just stand here, you can watch the light, see what's going on, you can see what items are coming in, what's not coming in. Yeah, nothing at all. But like I say, when you're here on your own, this is just constant, it just keeps raining down. It's really hypnotising to watch. While up here, there's not really much we were able to do. It was just a little platform we stood on, and then took the items and left. So I've added a tree farm up here, all 4 types of wood. Exactly the same type of design as my tree farm, which was in an earlier episode, if you want more information on that. And on the end of here is just a little potato carrot wheat farm. Just one of these automated systems. You go in, say grab your carrots, you just step on here. Whoa, get a lot of lag. So you knock these out, just replant, and as you can see, they grow straight away. The pressure plate's just operating a hopper clock, which is firing these dispensers off. I did have a faster clock on this, but I found on servers it can glitch out, it can stop working, so I had to slow it right down to this clock, which is okay. It's still something to do. You just get off, light goes off, stops itself. So yeah, that's one thing that I wouldn't do. Let's say we've got the tree farm here as well, and this is really handy because you can do yourself some potatoes. And we'll have plenty of furnaces over here to cook them. What we didn't have was fuel. We never had any fuel over here, so I've made this a self-powered charcoal maker. And how this works is you put your wooden logs up there. I'll just grab some of these. So you'd sort of put them in this hopper. They'll filter straight down into this furnace, and this is where it's really clever because once it's, you can see that's 64 and that will always stay 64. One bit of charcoal will actually make 8 bits of charcoal. It's enough to smelt 8 bits of wood into charcoal. It'll need to take one of them to restock itself, but then the other 7 gets put away. So basically for every stack of wood you put in here, you get 7 stacks of charcoal up here. And you never have to worry about fueling it because it does it itself. What happens is, once the item smelts, it comes down here, it goes out the back into a dropout just behind this block, which goes into another dropper, and then goes into this chest. And then as you can see, there's a hopper that just feeds back into the side of the furnace, which puts the fuel back. So as you can see, I've got all that charcoal there. So as it smelts, it's all just building up in the chest now. There we go. And when it runs out, you'll see it drop to 63, but then it'll straight away put its... You didn't even see it happen that fast. It went straight up to 64. And it just takes out the system, so as long as you keep logs in there, you've got enough to do your torches, your furnaces, whatever. You just keep it stocked up. And that's why I put these things all together. Because we've got the bones coming in here, it means we've got lots of bone meal, so trees aren't a problem. Wheat, potato, carrots aren't a problem. And charcoal isn't a problem once you've got the trees. So yeah, it all works nicely together, and overall, I think it's a really good design. But I would say that. Anyway, I think that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.